don't know you real well. We've spent a couple hours together preparing for today, and I'm real impressed with you, though. I think you have some great attributes. I think you have the potential to be a great husband and father, and we're going to keep praying for you as that comes your way. My wife and I just celebrated 35 years of marriage. Took her to Hawaii last week, and thank you for congratulating me on that. So in the year 2046,
He's shocked.
if I'm still around, I'll be 90 years old. That'll be your 35th wedding anniversary. I want you to call me on that day
I'm gonna call
and let me know that you made it to that goal and beyond. We talked about having some decision-making processes in your lives, and you've made that. You've decided on one another. And now, for the next 35, 40, 50, 60 years, we hope and pray together, you will be in the problem-solving phase. And don't go back to the decision. Love is a decision. You've made that decision. Now love one another. We're going to talk about how to do that in just a moment. Ashley, I want to just say that you look stunning. It's your special day, and we are all so proud and so happy to be here to celebrate with the two of you. And what I know of you, Ashley, is that you do have your mother's charm and grace and beauty, and your family's determination for excellence, and Andrew, your family as well, tremendous roots and strength. And so bring all of that together into this relationship, and ask God to help you and lead you, because He really is the one who created all of this. In fact, I think it's a great idea to turn to His manual and find out how to do this. This is the most challenging yet rewarding thing you will ever do in your entire lifetime. This is the most fulfilling yet difficult process, because everybody tells me that this is a match made in heaven, but don't forget that that's where thunder and lightning come from. There will be some challenges that come your way. And so you'll want to turn to God's manual on marriage, which is the good book, and discover what He says about how to love one another. Now, nobody does this perfect. Well, there was one who loved perfectly as he walked on this planet, but none of the rest of us have ever made it. But here's a couple of things that he says about how to do it. 1 Corinthians 13, love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful. Love is not arrogant or rude. Love does not insist on its own way. Love does not rejoice at wrong, but rejoices in the right. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. True love never fails. And we're desiring for you, all of your family and friends who've gathered here tonight, that you will begin this process and keep growing. 35 years for me. We're still growing. We're still learning about each other. And I want to challenge you guys to just stay with it and love one another. And love is easy when we're lovable. The challenge is to love when we're unlovable. And we all have our unlovable moments. Love the way Christ loved the church in those moments. That's the challenge. I want to ask you some of the most important questions right now, beginning with you, Andrew, that you have ever been asked in all of your life. These are your vows that you are making together. This is a covenant. It's not a contract. If you've ever tried to buy a house, which I think you guys have, you walk in and you sign your life away 35 times. Why? Because they don't trust you. And this is not like that. This is all built on trust. This is all based on a loving relationship that says, I covenant before God, all of my family members and my friends, that we are going to genuinely learn how to love So, Andrew, I'm going to start with you, and I'm going to ask you these questions. Do you, Andrew, take Ashley to be your lawfully wedded wife, to love and respect her, to honor and cherish her in health and in sickness, in prosperity and in adversity, and leaving all others, to keep yourself only unto her, so long as you both shall live?
I do.
Do you, Ashley, in like manner solemnly agree to receive Andrew as your lawfully wedded husband, to love and respect him, and to live with him in all faith and tenderness, in health and in sickness, in prosperity and in adversity, and leaving all others, to keep yourself only unto him, so long as you both shall live?
I do.
All right. Now, I want you to just look into one another's eyes and repeat these vows after me. Andrew, we'll start with you. I, Andrew, take you, Ashley,
I, Andrew, take you, Ashley,
to be my wedded wife,
to be my wedded wife,
to have and to hold
to have and to hold
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
All right, Ashley, if you'll repeat these vows after me. I, Ashley, take you, Andrew,
I, Ashley, take you, Andrew,
to be my wedded husband,
to be my wedded husband,
to have and to hold
to have and to
from this day forward.
this day,
It's all right.
from this day forward,
For better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for richer.
Houston, we have a problem.
For richer and richer.
All right, let's try it one more time. For richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, as long as we both shall live. Did you bring rings to seal these vows? Can I see that, please? Let's see these. Okay. Wow. That's a rock, folks. Make sure you get a load of this. This is, we're starting off for richer.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Forget
Beautiful.
the footer.
And the rings are so symbolic of so many things that we've already talked about. One other thing I want to bring up at this time is just simply that one of God's great scriptures that he gives us, one of the guidelines on the path to having a great marriage, is a fourfold idea. It's written several times throughout the book. And he says these words: a man should leave his mother and father, cleave to his wife. They two shall be one flesh. They will be naked and unashamed. Now that means that you will, first of all, do what you did today. You have severed from your original families to create your own family. That's the first part. The second part is that we're looking for permanence. Leave mother and father, cleave to one another. Permanence. Let's make this stick. Let's make this work. In our society, I mean, people have to go get training to run a computer. I mean, to drive a car, you go get training. And then we throw people in the most awesome experience, but challenging, with very little training. So don't be afraid to go get some training to keep this permanent. And then unity, two becoming one. Which one? That's the question. And so it has to be this mutual completeness of one another in order for it to be the way God ordained it. Strive for severance, permanence, unity, and then that last little part is all about intimacy. People in our society are so afraid of intimacy. And it's